You know, our whole world pretty much runs on telecommunications. It's this invisible backbone that connects all of us. And it's supposed to protect us too. And this big shift to digital has made everything incredibly efficient. But what if its greatest strength is also its biggest weakness?
All right, before we really dive in, I have to put this up on the screen. This is part 2 of a 5-part overview of a really comprehensive research report from Virtualization Options LLC. It's all about the national security risks of subscription-based IT in our critical infrastructure. Now, as you can probably guess, these explainers are just scratching the surface of the full report. Also, this is not legal advice and it doesn't come with any warranty. Okay, let's get into it.
So let's just get right to the heart of it. What if this incredibly complex web of technology that we all depend on for literally everything, what if it could be shut down? Not by some hacker in a basement, but by design.
Now, to understand how that's even possible, we first need to take a look at this massive revolution that happened inside our networks. We're talking about a fundamental shift from clunky physical hardware to sleek, elegant software.
Okay, so think about how it used to be. Back in the day, every single job the network had to do, routing a call, securing a connection, each one needed its own special physical box. It was super expensive, a real pain to upgrade, and not flexible at all. But now, we've moved to what are called virtualized functions. All those different jobs are now just pieces of software running on regular off-the-shelf servers. This is wildly efficient, it's scalable, and an upgrade is as simple as updating an app. It's a total game changer.
The technical name for all this is Network Function Virtualization, or NFV. And the key thing to get here is that it is a total architectural shift. It's kind of like swapping out an old car that had a separate CD player, a separate GPS unit you stuck on the windshield, and maybe a car phone, for a single smartphone that does all of that and more with just apps. That's the kind of leap we're talking about for our telecom networks.
But, and this is a huge but, here's where the story takes a sharp turn. All of this amazing flexibility and efficiency, well, it comes with a catch. A hidden dependency that has some really profound implications for security. So here's the deal. Every single layer of this new software-based network runs on subscriptions. The virtual functions themselves, the platforms that manage everything, even the foundational software that lets it all run, it's all licensed. It all requires ongoing payments. So if any one of those subscriptions fails for any reason, the whole system is suddenly at risk. And this quote from the source material really just nails the danger here. See, we spend billions of dollars on cybersecurity trying to stop unauthorized people from shutting things down. But a subscription lapse? That's not an attack, it's a legitimate shutdown command that comes straight from the vendor. It's designed to waltz right past all the security systems we have in place.
So what happens? The result is exactly the same as a successful cyber attack. The infrastructure just stops. Not because it's broken or it's been hacked, but because its license to operate has expired. Let's take a look at how fast this can all unravel.
So, how does a simple billing issue turn into a full-blown crisis? Well, let's walk through a timeline. Let's see what this failure actually looks like, hour by hour.
Okay, so at hour 0, a subscription expires. Maybe an invoice gets lost, maybe there's a contract dispute, who knows? At first, you might not even notice anything. But then, the clock starts ticking. Within a day or two, that grace period ends, and pieces of software, those virtual functions, start to shut down. Then, things get really serious. Within about 72 hours, you're looking at cascading failures. As more and more functions go offline, the very tools the operators use to see what's happening also start to fail. They're essentially flying blind. And in a week or so, you've got a widespread outage on your hands affecting voice, data, and even emergency services for millions of people.
And this isn't just about your Netflix buffering, right? This is a massive problem. When the network that our entire society is built on collapses, the consequences for national security are immediate, and they are severe.
Just stop and think about what this actually means. 911 systems could just go dark. Firefighters, police, paramedics, they could lose their ability to coordinate in the middle of a crisis. And what about military and government operations? So many of them rely on these same civilian networks, and suddenly they are at risk. This is the real-world impact we're talking about.
And getting everything back online is not simple. You might think, okay, just pay the bill and flip the switch back on, right?
Nope, it's way more complicated. First, the operators might not even realize a subscription is the problem. They could waste precious hours, even days, chasing ghosts. Second, you are completely at the mercy of the vendor to restore the license, which can get tied up in negotiations or payment processing. And finally, even when you get the green light, you can't just flip a switch. Restoring these incredibly complex, interconnected systems in the right order, it's a delicate and frankly, often untested procedure.
So look, we've built these incredible, hyper-efficient, software-defined networks to run our most critical services. But in doing so, we've also created this hidden fragile dependency. And it all leads to this final really critical question. If the very systems that are meant to protect us are all built on a foundation of subscriptions, who truly holds the off switch?